What's going on, everybody? This is Zach with Strictly Shisha.
Hey everyone, this is Rami.
Rami, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Rami's my buddy, comes to smoke with me when he should be at work, but he comes to smoke because it's a lot more fun than eating lunch, obviously. So
very true.
Comes hang out with me in lunch break. So he's the one I talked about in the grapefruit video, and I did a head-to-head comparison, and he ended up liking the social smoke more. So I was like, you know what? Let's bring him again to get a different opinion on two flavors head-to-head today. Two very good brands that I love. One of them is Haze, and one of them is Trifecta. Both of them have just released their cinnamon-like flavors. Trifecta has come out with Cool Gum Cinnamon, and Haze in the Zara is the Sinful Mint. And I've been smoking a lot of Sinful Mint lately, and I've been testing a lot of the Trifecta lately. I went through batch 1 with Trifecta, gave him some feedback. He's adjusted it. So we are in batch 2. Batch 2 of the Trifecta is still a working batch. It's not a final production, but it's pretty close to final production. So Rami's here to give his expert advice on which one he likes. So, let's start with the smell of the Sinful Mint, which you have on the ground over there. Let me know what you think of the smell.
Alright, so for the Haze Sinful Mint. Alright, so when I first smell this, I feel like I could smell the mint initially. And the spices, with the spices combined. So it's like a very like cinnamon spice with mint. It's not overpowering mint, but the mint is definitely there.
So it's more of a balanced smell.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. It's crazy. When you compare the flavors, it makes a world of a difference, because when I smelled this the first time, and every time I smoked it, I was like, this is strong, the cinnamon here is potent, the mint is strong. But now when I'm smelling them back to back, this is very minor compared to the Trifecta. The cinnamon is more of a natural cinnamon, the mint in here is just cooling, very, very balanced. Both flavors get to shine in the Sinful Mint. But now moving on to the smell of the Trifecta. Let me know what you think about that one.
Let's see. Alright.
By the way, both of these are in Goodfellow bowls. They both have foil on them, using 3 Golden Desert flats on each of them. And we're both using washable hoses. I have a Starbuzz washable hose on the Starbuzz. He actually has a Golden Desert hose on the Zara. So very similar setups to compare these two very similar flavors. But I think we're gonna get distinctly different results.
Alright, so for the Trifecta, when you first open this, when I first opened it, it just hits you immediately. It's very, very bold, very strong smell. Very minty, very cinnamony. Like they're both, like kind of like how the Haze is balanced, but the Trifecta is just bold and balanced also at the same time, but just almost twice as powerful as this one.
So very similar, but you're saying this is just much stronger. So this is also
right.
balanced, but very strong.
Stronger to the extent that I feel like with the Trifecta, I was telling Zach, like, you know when you chew a Big Red, like that first 30 seconds or that first minute you're chewing Big Red and you get that very strong cinnamon flavor, if you just add mint to that, that's exactly what the Trifecta smells like to me.
Yeah, this should be cold gum cinnamon, because this is not cool, this is cold.
Definitely.
I smell more of a cinnamon oil from this. It's very, very strong, very, very concentrated, but it has that concentration of menthol right behind it to keep up with it. So, like you said, very balanced, but very, very, very potent smell to this. And then this is a dark leaf tobacco when Haze is a blonde leaf tobacco. But you know, both of them perform extremely well, both of them take heat excellently. Top tier brands on the market. And you guys know I'm slightly biased towards Trifecta. He is a little bit as well. We both love Trifecta. But this is the true test today to see how they work out.
What's going on, everyone? This is Rami with Strictly Shisha.
As you can see, we brought the couch outside. No, just kidding. We had to move from outside to is that thunder right now? We have the storm alerts going off. We have a hurricane going on outside. We were getting wet, so we moved indoors to finish the review for you guys. But it's good because we can actually test the longevity of the flavor and see how the flavors evolve and give you a long-lasting opinion. So initially, when I put the coals on the first time, we smoked the first 15-20 minutes outside. What were you thinking about the flavors?
I thought the Trifecta was gonna let me down because it was very strong. Like when I was describing to you guys the profile of the smell, that translates directly into the smoke. It is very powerful to the extent that almost every hit I was taking, I'd have to purge out so that I could take a hit. And my hits were getting cut in half because it's just so powerful I can't keep taking a pull. On the other hand, the Haze, I was like, okay, you know, this is nice. It's subtle. It's not too powerful, not too strong. You know, I could smoke this for the next, couple hours, no problem. Where the Trifecta, I was like, I could probably only smoke this for 15 minutes and that's it, or like 20, 30 minutes tops.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, you know what? In this head-to-head battle, the Trifecta let me down a little bit. The Haze, Sinful Mint, I was like, this is gonna be the winner, hands down. I am going towards the Sinful Mint in this one. I was like, that's the one that's gonna win. But then we start smoking it while we're transitioning indoors, bringing everything inside. We end up putting another round of coals on, and the flavor strengths have changed a lot. And naturally, after a duration of smoking, the flavor strengths decrease. And I've noticed now that the Trifecta is leveled out to a nice, perfect medium flavor strength, cloud output and everything. And the Haze has died down a little bit. And it's just, in comparison now, I think I like the Trifecta more. Just because the duration of the session, the flavor strength is kept strong. What do you think?
I agree with you 100%. Now that we've actually put the second round of coals on, the Trifecta is actually very bearable to smoke, very enjoyable smoke out of it. I'm not having to purge when I'm hitting it. It's very smooth now. Whereas in the beginning, it was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to smoke this. And with the Haze now, it's like the flavor that was there in the beginning, it's almost not there anymore. It's just very, very subtle, like almost as if there's no flavor at all, kind of.
When you compare them, I'm sure if we were just smoking the Haze, we'd be like, oh, this is nice and strong and very enjoyable. When you compare the flavor strength of something so potent like the Trifecta compared to the Haze, I mean, it really makes the Haze look a lot less strong. But you know what? It's hard for me to decide now because the flavors are actually very different. Now I'll let you try this one after you've been smoking that one. But I still think the Trifecta is more of a cinnamon oil. You get that really concentrated cinnamon. I think the smoothness of the Trifecta in terms of the tobacco, in comparison to the smoothness of the flavor with the Sinful Mint, I think the Sinful Mint is more of a cohesive flavor. The balance of the mint and the spices and the cinnamon, it's a very enjoyable smoke, but I think that's a little bit smoother in terms of the tobacco itself. So this one is more of just a spicy but nice and balanced, a little bit sweeter.
Right.
And I think the Trifecta is just a little more potent and oily. It's very concentrated.
I agree.
Now what did you think now that you've been smoking the Trifecta?
Honestly, with the Trifecta, I feel like the mint is still there, even though with the second round of coals. With the Haze, I feel like the mint died down. Like again, we were saying that the flavor died down in general, but the mint is almost not there. You're just tasting the cinnamon with the Haze. With the Trifecta, I'm still getting cinnamon and mint. I'm getting the cinnamon now before the mint, whereas on the first round of coals, I was getting the mint first. That was like the first flavor I could taste, and then followed by the cinnamon. But
so which one, if you had to pick between these two, is going to be the winner for you? Which one are you going to spend your money on?
honestly, if I had to pick between both, I'd pick the Trifecta. Just because I know that if I kind of battle through the first round of coals, afterwards it's going to be very good, very smooth smoke, whereas the Haze, the flavor in the Haze won't be as strong or at that point where I actually would enjoy smoking it.
Okay. And I'm really torn. I agree with you. I don't like that the Trifecta is really rough in the beginning. By the way, I packed a good bowl. You guys know that these are not burning. Are they burning?
No, they're not burning at all.
It's just the potency of the flavor is so strong, especially cinnamon. You know, that flavor just kind of gets you in the throat. But I'm kind of leaning towards the Sinful. Now, I think I would buy the Sinful.
Really?
I think so, you know. I spent a Saturday and I smoked 5 bowls of Sinful back to back to back, and I enjoyed every minute of it. This hookah has only had Sinful for the past month, okay? I don't know if I could do that many bowls of Trifecta. I just think it's so strong, it'd be a little overwhelming for me. So for me, I think the winner is going to be Sinful. And you think the winner is Trifecta?
I do think the winner is Trifecta.
Yeah.
But I mean, I definitely do see what you're saying about the Haze, because I want to go back and clarify. I don't want to say, like Zach was saying, in comparison, the Haze is all the flavor, like I'd say is a 4, and the Trifecta stays at a 9 or at a 10. But like Zach was saying, if we were to smoke them just by themselves, I'm sure the Haze would be pretty good. But when you have this right next to it, I feel like the Trifecta is better.
Okay. Well, there you go. 2 very good brands came out, 2 very good flavors. 2 different people. We both have our opinions on this. It's up to you guys what you guys like to smoke. Stronger flavor strength, colder, even more cinnamon. This is a little more smoother, a little bit lighter on the cinnamon, more of a spice blend. And it's just, it's just 2 different flavors, you know? You guys have the option to pick whichever one you guys like. If you guys want something even more different, go with the KM Gum Cinnamon. That still might be my favorite one out of the 3 because I love the sweetness in that. It's very, very smooth on your throat, very refreshing. But you know what? All good flavors to choose from. Pick your favorite vendor. Ronnie, what's your favorite vendor?
5-star hookah.
Zach's house. He likes 5-star. I like Hookah Heroes. I love 5-star. A lot of great vendors to choose from. Pick the flavor that suits you guys. And you guys got to see Rami today on camera. Tell him you guys want to see him more. Give him some thumbs up. Tell him you enjoyed seeing him today.
Also, please come and smoke with us, you know, on my lunch break. Love to have you guys here.
Bring lunch, Chick-fil-A preferably.
That'd be amazing.
Thank you guys always. We appreciate you guys. And thank you, Rami, for being here today.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Fucking sirens, man. God damn. Shut the fuck up.
It's like we get it.